Welcome to Pgtv News. Here are our top stories. Dundee commissioners gave up their own health care. Find out why and how those funds will now be used.
We spoke with two Polk State students who are preparing to become future educators. Find out who they are and how their paths to become educators can inspire others.
Hello and welcome to Pgtv News. I'm Stephen Barnes.
And I am Tina Mann. Thank you for tuning in. Our report begins in Dundee, where town commissioners have eliminated their own health care benefits. The $60,000 allotted for insurance next fiscal year will be used for road repaving. The town also plans to reduce the cost of a fire engine from $140,000 to $130,000. We spoke with Dundee's town manager, Dina Ware, to learn more.
As we were going through this budget season, the Town Commission asked town staff to research the cost for health care coverage for the commission. And in doing so, we came up with a number that was a little bit more than we expected. It was a little over $60,000. So at that time, the Town Commission thought that that money could be used for other projects or either be placed back into the reserve accounts.
It's a pretty selfless act.
It is. It makes sense, though, considering that most of them have second jobs, so it was a good decision by them.
Well, in Lakeland, some of the Lake Morton Plaza residents have moved back. You remember there was a big fire there a few weeks ago. 18 residents from the second floor of the senior living apartments recently returned home. It has been over 2 months since nearly 130 residents were displaced from Lake Morton Plaza in Lakeland. Lori Walker, a spokesperson for Lake Morton Plaza, said every floor will be reopened on a different timeline. It's anticipated that floors 3 and 4 should be ready within the next 2 weeks. Lakeland Fire Department spokeswoman Janelle Vasallo said fire inspectors will check that all life safety systems are in good working order.
Also in Lakeland, the Lakeland City Commission voted yesterday to decrease the electric fuel charge for Lakeland Electric customers for the next fiscal quarter. The fuel charge will decrease to 3.875 cents per kilowatt hour. The decrease in the fuel charge comes from a heavy rainy season, which lowered the demand to purchase natural gas consumed over the summer months.
Boy, that doesn't happen often, does it?
No.
Where you pay less. It's always having to raise prices, but
yeah,
it's good. In Winter Haven, Legoland Florida Resort is offering free single-day theme park admission in September for first responders. Additionally, eligible personnel can purchase general admission tickets for up to 4 guests at a 50% discount. Polk County Fire Rescue's Public Information Officer Chris Jonkier gave his perspective about this promotion.
It's always a much appreciated gesture when organizations such as Legoland and so many others host special events or promotions for those who risk or have risked their lives in order to provide public safety. It's also especially significant during this historical month where we remember those who gave their lives on that fateful day in New York City.
You know, I admire firefighters and first responders so much. It's nice for them to be able to have a chance to have fun in the face of all they've.
Yeah, and you know, it's rewarding for the families. You know, Legoland is really geared towards the children, and so that's nice to be able not just to show the firefighters and EMT personnel appreciation, but to show it to their families as well. That's pretty cool.
They deal with a lot. Remember that Polk County Roads and Drainage Division is working to improve the Bates Road and U.S. Highway 1792 intersection in Haines City. The project is expected to last 10 weeks and upon completion will widen the south side of Bates Road. Lane closures will be in effect for most of the project duration to safely construct the improvements. Traffic delays at the intersection are expected. Motors are encouraged to drive with caution, be alert to crews and equipment, and to add extra time to their commutes throughout this area.
A $1 million Polk County project to repave Spirit Lake Road from U.S. Highway 17 in Bartow to State Road 540 Winter Lake Road in Winter Haven will result in 3 weeks of overnight lane closures. Overnight lane closures will take place between the hours of 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. So traffic will be reduced to 1 lane to bypass the travel lane segment being resurfaced as part of a moving work zone. 2-lane traffic will resume once vehicles pass the work zone. Minor access and traffic delays are expected. So motorists are encouraged to drive safely and be alert to the flagmen, workers, materials, and equipment.
The Polk County History Center will celebrate its 20th anniversary on September 19th with a themed reception Walk Through History. The celebration will showcase 4 galleries depicting the county's early pioneer life, the history of industry and commerce, leisure and tourism, and government services. The debut of a new gallery to host the Polk County Arts and Cultural exhibit is also part of the evening's festivities and will include live performances by members of Polk's many arts and culture organizations. If you would like to attend, please RSVP by calling 863-534-4386.
Tina, you work pretty closely with the History Center there. Do you have any little hints for us as to what the new exhibit's going to look like?
I do not. Well, they have done an amazing job over the last 4 years just revamping everything in there. And if you haven't been in there lately, you should definitely go check it out.
Yeah, that is a cool museum.
There's going to be a lot of people there, and it's going to be a great event, so everybody should go.
Excellent. Well, it's now time to jump on over to Benicia Frazier with this week's business tip. Take it away, Benicia.
This is Benicia Frazier with your quick business tip, here to answer all of your business-related questions. Here's a budget-friendly way to solidifying your presence on social media networks while tackling virtually every aspect of your social media marketing, from content to advertising. With the proliferation of social media networks, businesses are more likely to invest in these channels, incorporating full-blown strategies to maximizing their opportunity to reach new leads. But not everyone has the time or budget available to devote to content development to ensure they are maximizing every opportunity. So let's focus on social media tools small businesses can utilize that are free and provide for the opportunity to organize a marketing campaign. So let's begin with my personal favorite, Buffer. Buffer is an easier way to manage your social media marketing through the provision of scheduled posts, performance analysis, and the management of all of your most important social media accounts. What I like most about Buffer is that it's extremely user-friendly. You have the ability to manage all of your social media accounts from a single dashboard. Businesses have access to the free account, which provides for the management of 3 social media profiles and provides 10 scheduled posts per profile. Simple, easy, and free. If you're a fan of Twitter, TweetDeck may be just the tool for you and your business. For all of my Twitter-savvy users, you have the ability to transform those same skills into custom marketing exposure for your small business. TweetDeck offers advanced and helpful Twitter functionalities that include custom timelines, Twitter lists, searches, and team accounts, allowing you to enlist additional users and shave hours off your social media management. Most importantly, it's absolutely free. Lastly, if you're like me and you're not the best at graphic design, Canva is for you. With Canva, it is simple to make beautiful designs and documents from more than 1,000 layouts and templates. The website is fairly simple to navigate, but the best part is that you have access to thousands of free materials you can utilize for all of your marketing needs. I hope you've enjoyed today's quick business tip. As always, feel free to visit our website at www.polk-county.net and select Community and Small Business Assistance. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Well, we have to take a quick break, but when we return, we will tell you about 2 future educators currently attending Polk State. We will be right back.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He knows he's a pretty big deal. How could you not love him?
Do you want to retire like a champ? Just like legendary basketball star Uncle Drew?
Don't do him like that, Uncle Drew!
You're already acing the game. You've got your dream ride.
Don't be slamming my door.
Sorry about that.
You just did the same.
Gotta get the boys.
Your dream vacation and your dream team. And now you can make your retirement just as legendary.
I get buckets.
Get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Welcome back to Pgtv News. You know, becoming an educator sometimes is very challenging. For Brittany Pern and Tony Montoya, overcoming challenges has molded them and encouraged them to become future educators. Here's Sherry McCullough with the story.
For Tony Montoya and Brittany Pern, the journey to become school teachers started long before they were Polk State College students. Recognizing their gift of teaching, they enrolled at Polk State and remain determined to achieve their goal of becoming school teachers.
Hi, I'm Tony Montoya, and as you can see, I'm a bus driver for Polk County School Board. I am studying my bachelor's in elementary education. I've been a driver for almost 10 years, and I've been a full-time student for 4 years. I decided to pursue my education now that my children are grown, and my daughter has completed her education in college, and now it's my turn. I want to make a difference in students' lives. I impact them as a driver, but as a teacher, that impact will be so much greater, and I cannot wait to start that journey.
I have always wanted to be a teacher. When I was little, I remember playing school with my younger sister. We would line up our Barbie dolls and all our stuffed animals and give them names, and sometimes I pretend to be the principal. From a young age, I knew I wanted to help people, and my military career and working in customer service helped me to eliminate some of those options with helping people. When I was in high school, I was part of Future Educators of America in Kentucky, and I got to shadow a few teachers while I was in the club, and I thought I wanted to be a teacher then, but people were like, oh no, you can't do that, you should do something else. So I kind of shied away from being a teacher then. After my time in the military and becoming a mother, being a teacher just fit well into my lifestyle. It allowed me to be on the same schedule as my children now, and I get to work with kids, which is something that I love to do.
The relationship building skills that I've already learned from driving the bus will help me impact my students' lives in the classroom and give them an education on top of that. I want to be the teacher that my students relate to, and that they want to come to school in the morning to see me and to learn from me. And Polk State has given me the opportunity to pursue my personal dream and the education to be effective at doing that.
I hope that kids that are struggling with whatever it is they're struggling with can see that where you're at right now isn't going to be where you'll be in 10 years, and that's not the thing that's going to define you. You're getting through those struggles and persevering is what defines you and makes you the person that you are and will define your life. So I just hope that they can see that through me, and and they'll love learning like I love learning too. So
Tony and Brittany will graduate this December with their Bachelor of Science degree in elementary education. Congratulations, ladies, and good luck in the future. Back to you, Steve and Tina.
Being a teacher is a tough job. I've got a brother and a sister-in-law who are both teachers, and it's tough, and especially for somebody to, as an adult decide, hey, I want to go do that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage to go back to school as an adult.
Sure does. And speaking of school, one of the big things going on right now is football. Football's back in. It's always exciting coming in. And along with football comes a whole plethora of scores and stats. So we're going to toss the old pigskin right on over to Coach Neal.
Good pass, Steve. Thanks, Tina. I want to remind everyone to check out the Pgtv listings for weekly airings of Sports Central. When you tune in, you'll see a full hour featured guest, athlete spotlights, and so much more. You can also tune in the radio version of Sports Central on Talk 96.7 or Talk 1430 WLKF every Tuesday morning from 7 to 8 a.m. and every Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. Now let's get to your Polk County sports news. Well, the Lakeland Flying Tigers finished their season with 72 wins, just missing out on the 2018 Florida State League playoffs. With the season over, the Tigers now turn their attention to some very special events coming up in the coming months. Look for more information on these events at lakelandflyingtigers.com. Warner University did not have a game this past weekend, but they will have their home opener this Saturday versus Kentucky Christian University. The game is scheduled for a 1:30 p.m. kickoff at Legion Field. This past Saturday, Weber International University Warriors were at Legion Field in Lake Wales taking on the 19th-ranked Campbellsville University. It was all Warriors. They absolutely destroyed Campbellsville 45-9. Weber International University's offense is averaging 46.5 points per game. Weber doesn't play again until September 15th at home against Bloomfield College. Southeastern University played St. Andrews University in Laurinburg, North Carolina on Saturday and came away with a 17-point, 38-21 win. This weekend, the Fire are back home against University of GC at 7 p.m. As always, go to visitcentralflorida.org or centralfloridasports.com for more information on events going on in Polk County. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the sports report, Neil, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in.
Remember to tune in again next week for another installment of PGTV News. We'll see you next time.